has been a week.
It is a 2-beverage morning for Zach.
3 beverages. I got water too.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
the liquid death
never stops. Here's yesterday's coffee cup that I didn't throw away yet. Like I'm ready.
And we've got Paul Boehl live from the command center down in Australia.
Morning,
Australia.
And Mo's on time.
Oh wow!
The chat is furious.
Chat can't be happy. The chat can't be happy.
Well, actually, Iron Salamander said, I think Mo starts it.
Oh, wow.
So, Brusco has already lost the Mo over-under bet. Sounds like 20 push-ups.
20 push-ups, man.
Right off the rip.
Palms to the ground.
Zach, what was that name of that video game you used to talk about, like the samurai game?
Tsukishima Ghost. The Ghost of Tsukushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. Well, I got ghosted by a tsunami.
Wow, what a setup. Cobra formula, what a setup.
That was so good.
That was the weirdest. First of all, these alerts on your phone are way too loud.
They're insane.
They come
they're
in
insane.
So hot. They burst into the room.
If possible, if the situation presented itself where I could actually help, I would be absolutely down. But if I cannot help you locate the senior citizen that is now lost, that they are putting an alert out for,
yeah, Amber Alert.
I don't need that. And it's so aggressive. It's so aggressive. A tsunami warning, they should actually, your phone should squirt you with water. Be like, yo.
Oh.
With the 4D.
Like a 40X. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Were you actually worried? For those, a 7.7 earthquake hit Humboldt County, right? Hit off the coast of Humboldt County?
Yeah. Was I actually worried? No.
That's a massive
I can't.
Yeah. Did you feel it?
Tell you, no, absolutely not.
Well, I heard. I saw that people in Oakland felt it. So,
okay,
because it was out in sea, right? Or was it like
it was out in the sea? Yeah.
Oh, you feel it at all?
I didn't feel anything. The only thing I felt was my phone exploding. Yelling at me that there's a tsunami, and I wasn't worried.
Wait, you gotta share the share the thing you showed me.
The graphic.
Yesterday.
Oh my god, yes, the U.S. Geological Survey and their graphics package is off the charts.
Graphics.
I mean, and then and then my girlfriend said, should we evacuate? And I was like, no, we're not evacuating. She's like, my friend's evacuating. And I said, okay, well, they live right on Ocean Beach. So I kind of understand.
Right. Yeah. You guys are so far inland. Yeah.
From Ocean Beach. We're like a mile inland. I'm like, okay,
that would be,
if the tsunami makes it here, fantastic. Like, I'd be impressed.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's extinction level event levels of tsunamis that to make it a mile in.
Do you think some people try to do the deep impact Tia Leone and just run to the beach and just take me?
Absolutely, you have.
And then sat there for a while.
That's where I would have been.
This thing coming.
That's where I would have done. Like,
so yeah,
they're the ones that have the right to be most pissed.
Here's your guys. By the way, tsunami warning canceled. That is the official update here.
So this is something I noticed yesterday. Why the repeat? It just like literally that's one of those dumb ass like someone tries to post like an inspirational quote and they go, read that again. But no, I'm not going to read that again.
Zach,
like,
the reason why it says repeat is because this is a telegram
template. Oh.
No tsunami is expected. Stop.
Repeat. No tsunami is expected. Stop. Paul, have you ever gotten a tsunami warning, or what is the Australian alert system down there?
Well, pretty much everything's trying to kill us constantly. So if we got repeats, the phone would just never stop. But this time of the year, it's bushfires. So obviously we're southern hemisphere coming into summer. So usually the warning is for fires, but I deleted the app kind of for the same thing because you just kind of get too many useless warnings of like some grass fire that's like, I don't know, half of Melbourne away. So
yeah. Now the bushfires you're talking about, George W. Bush comes and just sets things on fire randomly, right? Like that's what you're talking about.
Oh, he does. He just starts pressing buttons and missiles fire, and then fires.
Been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ken Smith says I was ready to surf down the Embarcadero like Peter Fonda and escape from LA. Yep, that's right. I see tsunami warning. I head to the beach. I head to the canyon. I grab my surfboard. And I get after it. But yeah, then I mean I cannot express how underwhelming it was to get a tsunami warning and then an hour later be like, oh, by the way, the tsunami's canceled.
The tsunami originally said, "Hey, I'm 5 minutes away," and then was like, "I can't do it." So sorry.
Just drove right past.
Oh, it's like hanging out with Zach.
Not gonna make it,
Find
yeah.
a parking spot. I'm out.
That'll happen. If I can't find a parking spot, I'm like too fast.
I've gotten that text
just go
message.
home.
I've gotten that text message.
Yeah.
If I don't find a parking spot, I'm leaving. But Maze, how far did your friend make it in their evacuation?
Apparently, they went up to Twin Peaks, which is the highest point in the city. Honestly, the whole thing, I mean, they must have not had a lot going on yesterday. That's all I got to say.
Right.
They didn't have to record Cinephobe.
They didn't have to, they didn't have to lock in and watch a Hallmark movie for Cinephobe. So, it's,
you're welcome.
But like, I guess they took their dog and went up to Twin Peaks, which I guess is a nice thing to do because it was a clear day. So it's just something to look.
So that's just like an afternoon hangout instead of like running from a tsunami.
Right. Not just to get the higher ground, but let's just watch all the destruction and all these people die.
There were some people who apparently accumulated at like Land's End or at places that were elevated, but with a view of the water to see the tsunami that didn't show up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's something.
I wonder, like, was there even a tsunami in Eureka or anything like? Was there any tsunami that happened?
No.
Like, why
was there a tsunami even where the earthquake happened? Was there even a wave?
Yeah,
there's probably like a
of course, like a little,
like 15 feet or something.
All
like
I saw on Twitter was people's pools moving back and forth.
Oh,
and people saying, "Oh, look, my pool is has a wave pool right now." Congratulations! Alert!
Having a wave pool would be nice.
Yeah,
that's my least favorite part about water is like the waves.
Is the waves? Oh, I love the waves.
But
you're a tiny person. That's
when you were a kid. When you were in the pool, did you ever take like the boogie boards and really kind of make your own wave pool?
Absolutely.
That was where sometimes it would get a bit. If you had like 3 or 4 people doing it, it'd get nasty.
I'm trying to freak a kid out, make him think he's about to drown.
So, Emily, you said your least favorite part about water is waves.
Is the wave? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't like water then? Like,
what are some other things about water?
Yeah, she won't order sparkling water just in case it becomes a wave.
Yeah. So water or tap only.
Can't risk.
You can't be too careful. Yeah.
What's Miley's favorite thing about water? I don't like that your fingers get pruny.
Oh, I do.
Like that. Yeah. Oh no.
I like the feel of salt water, but once it like hits your mouth, like I'm not. It ruins the experience for me. You know,
you don't like it makes my hair feel.
Yeah.
It takes years to wash out.
Oh yeah, that's nasty. I mean, I can't even imagine. I haven't. Yeah, it's nasty.
Oof. Least favorite things about water.
That's my number one thing.
Funny that she froze right on like for a minute. That she froze pulling there.
Yep. Eden's a little choppy. It's because Paul's hijacking the internet.
I'm like hardwired right now. Like I'm ready to do battle with my ISP. I just can't until I finish my work deadline. I just like don't have mental like capacity for them until that happens.
Fish sticks felt that junt. What's the junt? Is that the right?
Quick.
Isn't that a skateboarding move?
Nope.
Okay. Mo sent a question to the chat, and he said, "What are the rules for someone standing in a parking spot to save it for someone? Just watch the lady stand in a spot, and some dude that looked like Bobby Flay steal the spot."
I don't think you can stand in a spot and save it. I'm sorry.
I need more context. Is this in a parking lot? Street parking? What is the situation?
No, parking. This was in the Trader Joe's parking lot.
Parking lot.
Trader Joe's? You do not get to stand in a
Trader
spot.
Joe's is I've ever seen.
Carmageddon parking lot disaster at all times. It doesn't matter what time they could be closed. You go try to park in that parking lot.
And at every
is
single
full.
Trader Joe's too.
It was also the weirdest experience in the sense of like the first thing I saw when I got into the parking lot, and I don't understand how this happens. An old lady had parked her car, but had half of it on like the little, like, you know, they have like the cement sort of embankment within the parking lot. Like half of her car was in it. Like she turned in a way where like she didn't
just
feel,
like two-wheeled it.
I don't even think she got on it. I think she turned in a way where like her car was there, but the way she turned, it wasn't fully in the spot. And she was just ready to leave, like ready to get out. And like some guy was like, no, you have to fix this. And my first reaction was like, there's the open spot next to her. And you guys know Trader Joe's, hard to find a parking spot. So I almost took it. And then immediately it was like, no. I immediately was like, this lady's going to hit my car trying to, like, she parked so poorly.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't trust her with this. Like, I will drive another 5 minutes in the parking lot. Luckily, I found a spot, parked, and then watched what happened. And it was a prime spot. It was right in front of the entrance that the lady was standing in front of. The guy just pulled in. The lady had to jump out of the way. And the funnier part was
he chickened her.
The funnier part was she just stood by the driver's side as he was getting out and was just like, so you're just going to almost hit me? You're just going to almost hit me with your car and just not. And the guy didn't say anything. And then it's right as I'm walking by by the passenger side of the car. And I noticed there's a passenger in it. I'm like, oh, she's going to say some shit to this guy.
Of course.
As soon as the guy gets out, she just starts chiming in, going like, some friend you got there, you better watch the company you keep. And then she turns to security going like, you're not going to do anything?
What is security going to do?
I was like,
what are you talking about? You don't get to stand in a spot.
Fuck no.
So I've done it before.
Best Buy on Black Friday? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
if you're the one getting out and standing in a spot, you are putting yourself out there. So you have to, if someone's going to come at you, you either hold your ground and see what happens.
Maybe get hit, yeah,
and possibly get hit, or you just take the loss. But I mean, I've done it on multiple occasions.
I'm anti that, but I do think like, one, if you do get hit, it's not going to be at a speed that hurts you, right?
Yeah. Well, unless they speed up, but yeah.
But you're going to speed up into a parking spot. They're going to a parking spot.
They're going to crash into something else.
Yeah, that's crazy. Two, like, you don't get to talk shit, because if she's like, you're just almost going to hit me, my response would have been, you're just going to almost stand in my spot. Like, there's no, like, you don't get to have the moral authority there.
Yeah,
like,
definitely not.
Yeah,
it's everyone for himself. In this situation.
The one thing I'll say is the dude looked like a total douche. Walks into Trader Joe's, again, looks like Bobby Flay. I don't think Bobby Flay has his sunglasses on throughout the entire Trader Joe's.
There's not a chance Bobby Flay shops at Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's.
Mo hasn't ruled it out yet, okay, Zach?
Not fully out, but
positive that it wasn't Bobby Flay.
Shops the entire time with his sunglasses on. His buddy looks the exact opposite of him, because this dude was clean cut. The other dude was all scraggly and all that stuff. It was like, I was just like, I don't know what's going on with this group. And then I texted you guys.
All I can see in my mind is just like Mo, like watching them and following them through Trader Joe's at like the side of his eye.
No, it was a different Trader Joe's that I'm used to. So I was really annoyed, because, you know, when you go to the one, the stores, you know where everything is. So now it's like trying to figure out, okay, well, where are the eggs at this one? Okay, where's the basil here? Like, it's all that. So I was more frazzled by trying to figure out where my shit was.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm obviously Zach's, and don't think it's a terrible decision to stand in like, I do feel like sometimes, especially like I'm thinking about like places like New Orleans, for example, with a bunch of one-way streets, and like it's I don't know why it's built, because it was built before city planners existed. But like during Mardi Gras, for example, it's really hard to find parking downtown. That's when I feel like I see that the most, is because like there's so much traffic, you can't really like back up, and it's like you have to make the block. But if the chance that you block fast enough, maybe only has to stand there for like 30 seconds or something. And that's like, I can see that a little bit more acceptable than like parking lot. Parking lot, I like can't understand.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just like
crazy.
Just park farther. Like there's more spaces. You just have to walk farther. Start being lazy. Like,
if the parking lot
in
is
a Trader Joe's park, there's never a space. So I will say, like, there's never a space.
You understand?
Like,
I
get out and stand. You don't get to get out and stand in that. If someone can get out and stand in that spot, then why couldn't you just pull in
But
that spot?
why didn't they just park like in a parking lot situation? Like this is the situation I described where like you kind of have to keep going.
They had gone around, like had she gone around, and so this person, oh, there's a spot on the other side. I'll go save it for you, kind of thing.
Oh,
but even then,
I think also what I think was actually happening, and I can't confirm it. Maybe this changes things. I think she wanted the car to back in so that they could park head out.
All right,
and that was.
I just had an issue this morning. All right. I went and I had two things this morning, but
of course
I didn't do fucking shit. Okay. First, I didn't do shit. So I'm driving, I'm cutting through this parking lot. And there's this like big truck in front of me, and it's like a very narrow drive-through area. Like there's like the parking lot to the left and like the little through like on like where I am, and this big truck in front of me starts trying to turn around Austin Powers style. Like there's not. I mean, it's a monster.
19.
Like it's a massive truck, and it's a tiny spot that I'm not even sure if he gets the truck in there how he's gonna get out of his truck. Like it's such a tight spot, and so he's making a cut. Like I pull up. I'm pretty close to him, and then I realize what he's doing as he's like backing in. I'm like, oh, it's gonna take a while, but whatever. Like I respectfully go in reverse for a little bit to like give him more space because I didn't realize what he was doing at first. He gets about, I don't know, four moves in once I've backed up, and now I have enough space to go around. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go around, right? He starts yelling at me. Like he starts yelling at me. He's like, well, you can't fucking wait. You're so impatient. And I'm just not in the mood lately. Like I'm really not. So I just like, I've got my window rolled down already.
Lately?
Yeah, it's worse lately. So I got my window rolled down and I just slowly go in front of his car. And I'm just looking at him the entire time. Like I'm just looking right in his fucking eyes. And then he starts like cowering. Like he starts like back up. And now he's just muttering to himself. And I just start going, are you okay? Are you okay? He goes, you're fucking impatient, but he won't look at me now. Now that I've established, like, I'll make eye contact with you on this. He won't look at me. And I just keep repeating, I'm like, are you okay? And he's just like shaking his head. And I was like, get some fucking therapy. And then I drove off. Like, because he got mad at me. He got mad at me for no reason. Like, I didn't block him. I wasn't rushing him. He gave me enough space. I went around. I don't have time for you to fucking Austin Powers this thing all day.
That's so ridiculous.
Zach, were you like mean mugging when you were making eye contact?
The
were you
whole time.
smugging?
I just mean mugging the whole time.
Zach's resting face is a mean mug.
There are times I would smile. There are times I would smile. I think
because smiling would be probably even worse.
Would be a little more psychotic.
Yeah. I was a little too tired to get into that mode, but I was just not having it. And then the other weird thing that happened before that, when I was at the coffee shop, was I'd been there, I don't know, like a half hour. I'm sitting with Boogie, he's just chilling, and I decided to get up as this couple's walking by. And I get up and I stand up right as the guy is like basically next to me. And they like walk through to the front door and I hear him say, "Did you see that? That guy wanted to show me he's taller than me." And I'm like, that's what I text you guys. The weirdest assumption. I didn't say it. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Was it the Bagel Boss?
It's not the Bagel Boss.
Was the guy really short?
This guy, he wasn't. I mean, he was like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, that's the right zone.
Yeah,
I
guess
people are trying to show you that they're taller than you all the time.
I'm like, what? Like all I did was stand up with my dog. I just stood up to leave.
You clearly had an agenda.
Crazy assumption.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have done it.
Stood up?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have stood up to leave. Yeah, you should have just
fully
stayed
upright.
there.
I don't get yelled at by somebody who know how to park.
Bend your knees, slouch a little bit, you know? Like
you have to wait till the zone's completely clear.
I'm working on my posture. I'm trying to not be.
Well, it's fucking inconsiderate.
That's a crazy thing to say, though,
right? You're showing people.
Yeah.
Up.
That's a crazy thing to like, buddy. Get some lifts or something. I don't know, like, and I didn't think he was that short. Like,
if you have that kind of like oh god, like kind of thing. It's a complex. You have problems.
Wait, so did you hear what the response was? Because I would be interested in what that woman with him thought about that.
I don't know. I mean, if she did respond, like I didn't hear her say anything, but if she did respond, it was at a level where I didn't hear it.
No, but if she didn't respond, I promise you, he brought it up at least 2 more times while they were at coffee.
For sure. Yeah. And this is probably like not the first time he has been sensitive about that. Yeah.
Like, God, we're doing this again.
I just thought that was like, imagine if May stood up next to him.
Yeah, he
would have lost
his shit. Yeah. or maybe I'm outside his zone. You know?
You're too tall. He wouldn't.
Maybe it's only someone who's close enough to his height where that's where he has an issue.
Yeah, I want to say I had like 3 inches on him, probably.
That's too close. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess like because you would have had like.
Well, there's that fucking big old freak giant walking by. Blah, 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 like no one cares.
You see, he wanted to show that he's a giant, and I'm not.
D544, go get yourself a cup of coffee. Welcome to the Friday Mailbag.
Here's our title.
Friday. Paul, is it still Friday in Australia?
No, it's Saturday morning at 20 past 5.
Mailbag, Australian time.
You got up that early to do this?
I'm an idiot. Yes.
Dude.
You said
I got up at 7:30 this morning and thought, I don't know if I have it in me today.
It's a bit too much. Yeah. I get it.
And last week you were gonna join us, but your daughter had a late basketball game. So why are they playing basketball games so late at night in Australia?
Well, normally most of our games are at 8:40, and this one was supposed to start at 9:40, and something happened at the game before us, so we didn't hit the court till about 10.
That's insane.
Oh wow,
really late.
The game before went to overtime.
My basketball games were at like 7.
Max. Yeah, no, it didn't go to overtime. I don't know. We just sort of rocked up in the game. We were sort of looking at the time, and we're like, shit, we're gonna be pretty late here. And yeah, by the time we got out of there, drove home, it was like 12:30. I think.
Wait, is it a tournament? I missed it. Is it a tournament?
No, just regular Friday night. Wow. So she's playing in she's playing in under 16 age level this year. Where they normally play most of their games at 8:40, and yeah, occasionally we get a later one, so occasionally we get an earlier one, and yeah, 9:40 and running late, and then about a 40-minute drive home. So hence the late night.
That's wild. I don't remember the latest basketball game I ever had, but I feel like it was never later than 6 or 7.
7:30 maybe
at the max.
Yeah.
I was in a league that was like 17-year-olds or something, and it was the last game was 9.
This was 2 years ago.
Huh? Oh yeah, it dominated.
I don't know if that's true. You see these 17-year-olds these days, these kids
I know it's true actually. It's
dunking on everybody.
You look at them and you're like, what the hell? I gotta go down to the 15-year-old leagues. That's probably still not even old enough. It's probably still too old.
All right, so Bonk's Adventure is the Discord member whose son provided so much mailbag content last week, and they are back again. Bonk's Adventure. My son thinks ants could have the ability to travel into space, and we would not know because the ships would be so small. So what animal would be the most terrifying to have advanced technology?
I mean, it would have to be like dolphins or whales, right? Like an actual intelligent animal.
Yeah, I wonder if the water is the problem for them.
But
like,
what if that's
unless they come up with
technology? Yeah,
like the Simpsons episode where the dolphins can walk and then they take over the. That's.
I mean, have you guys seen killer whales work together to hunt? It's insane.
Yes.
Orcas are pretty scary.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also a Rick and Morty. There's a GIF posted in the Discord of the snakes taking over the world. I think ants are I think some sort of insect like Starship Trooper style would be pretty sketch.
Roaches would be
cockroaches.
pretty,
Yeah,
it would be
cockroach. Oh, yeah.
Like I wouldn't.
And the advanced
hard
technology
to begin with.
The advanced technology could just be a gun, a cockroach with a gun. No thanks. I'm not interested in that. But do we think that ants are secretly traveling into space and we just don't know? Was this kid onto something?
Ants are traveling into space?
I'm gonna say no.
I mean, doesn't NASA like monitor the atmosphere or something? For like,
what if it's too small? Too small for radar.
Too small. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Ants aren't that small. You can still see them.
Not for space.
Especially if it's a lot of. Okay, so is it like just one ship, or we have multiple? Because if you see multiple ants, you see
they always go in a line. Yeah, that's got to be like.
So
it would
you're
be
going to
like
see a line of them.
Yeah. Right. I mean,
know.
and like the cake and other food items that they have strapped to the rocket that takes them to space would probably.
I mean, that's what you see in flying. It's several rockets flying up, like a piece of cake up.
But that's actually the flaw in the argument, though, right? Because as far as I know, there's no food in space. Like you have to. I mean, there's that weird ice cream, but like, ants aren't they mostly motivated by food? Like, why would they go?
They want you to believe.
Isn't it that and protect the queen or whatever that they, or is that bees? I don't remember. Insects.
Both.
Okay, there we go.
Not the bees. Not the bees. Other animals. I mean, a cat with advanced technology. Arthur Mueller's on.
We cannot have that.
We can't let that happen.
That'd be a problem.
Dogs would be fine.
Really?
I think dogs would just order Uber.
It would be just be the
just
dumbest things with it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be. They'd find ways to get more treats. They'd find, it's that type of dumb shit.
Yeah, they develop like a belly scratching device or something.
The cats would look at them going like, "Fuck! If we had that technology, the shit we could do." But these dumbasses just sitting there ordering more kibbles and bits.
I don't think I'd like horses having this ability. I don't trust horses. Horses are too. I'm more scared of a horse than I am a bear.
I'm more scared of people that are than any.
More scared of a horse than a bear?
Yeah,
because it will just kick you in the face. You Maze,
right. Like they kick people randomly,
unpredictable,
all the time. They're unpredictable.
But bears,
you'll see the bear coming. You'll see the bear coming. Yeah,
you don't see the horse coming.
What is this argument?
No, horses just like horses hanging out, and then they'll see a fly or something in their peripheral vision because apparently that's why we put blinders on them, and they'll just randomly stuff they'll just kick people and get out
okay.
Yeah,
but
bears move as fast as you think they do.
But horse bites hurt really bad, but they're not normally gonna kill you.
A kick to the chest will.
Yeah. Or to the head.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not dangerous, but I'm just saying compared to a bear,
because bears, there's stuff you can do that will scare them away. Right, and not that you can't scare a horse away, but I am more I at least know what to expect with a bear. I know what to expect with a bear.
It's just going to attack you. Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen with a horse.
Yeah. Horse, unpredictable.
Is the idea that horses were already theoretically comfortable with them and around them?
Bring up Mike Weisberg's comment. I disagree,
Which one?
Sir.
Scary
tamed horses.
Or we've tamed horses. We don't really tame bears?
Yeah. Bullshit. Go to a circus, buddy.
Ooh.
Go to a circus. They tame those bears. Dumbass little bears just sitting up on their haunches like, oh yeah, give me a fish or whatever the fuck they feed them. Yeah, fuck out of here. Go to a circus one time. Barnum and Bailey, look it up.
Horses are also tamed at the circus.
I would be more scared of goats with technology than horses. Goats are very unpredictable.
They're small.
Anybody
right?
seen the episode of The Boys with the goats that were the super goats?
Beat up chicken.
Yeah.
A dumbass chicken with technology that'd be very unpredictable. You don't know what the hell they're gonna do.
Yeah, it could just be shooting lasers everywhere.
I'm not done with this horse versus bear shit. So is it because you could be next to a horse, and then the horse you're like,
Kicks
you
the
think
fuck
you're
out of you.
safe, but then the horse attacks, whereas the bear is
Lulls you in
constantly
false
dangerous.
sense. Yes, the lulls you into a false sense of security.
Bears are constantly dangerous. You just have to be tall. Like you raise your arms, and go roar or whatever, and like most bears will run away.
The guy next to you at the coffee shop.
Bullshit.
Oh, he's trying to prove that he's taller than me.
These bears. Oh, and Mike was, you're not scared of a polar bear. We're extincting a polar bear because we're too, like, we've got so much bad atmosphere now. Not worried about polar bears. They'll be gone in 10 years.
So are you saying you would rather ride a bear than ride a horse?
Yes. 100%.
Wow.
That wouldn't, I don't even have to think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Put a saddle on a bear, I'm comfortable. Put a saddle on a horse, I'm uneasy.
Okay. Okay.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, that's unhinged.
Let's get back to reality. Okay, let's ground ourselves a little bit.
People always say, "Oh, you're scared of lions? That's impractical." Yeah, until one breaks out of the zoo.
No, be scared of lions.
Yeah, so they're terrifying.
Yeah. Fucking lion and a horse.
Scared of bears over horses.
If there's a lion on a horse, I'm never leaving the apartment.
Zach walks by one. I can just picture Zach opening a door, seeing a horse galloping by with a lion riding it.
Make me a safe room right now. Yeah.
So a cop on a horse is just about the most dangerous thing you could possibly see.
Well, so. I mean, I don't think anyone else knows him here but Mo, but there's this guy, Mike Malloy, who used to have this great joke about like seeing a cop on a horse and being like, I cannot believe they have just let this wild beast be a part of law enforcement, of keeping people safe. And then they put him on a horse. Like just unreal. It's such a great concept. And yes, I do think a cop on a horse is a terrible idea.
I was always so scared of them during Mardi Gras, especially. Like,
of course. Because also Mardi Gras is so like crazy.
It's already so
spook a horse.
And like why is that their main go-to? I'm just like, none of this makes sense. And people have like and also because drunk people love to touch horses. And it's like maybe don't put them into the situation, and instead of just being like, oh well, just think that touching horses is illegal because it's assaulting a police officer. That's actually facts in New Orleans. It counts as assaulting a police officer if you touch a horse.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that's the exact charge, but you will get it. That's one of the two things you will get arrested for: peeing in public and like putting hands on a police horse. Like those are the two things they care about.
Definitely don't use the horse to support yourself while you pee. Because then,
definitely not.
2 for 1.
Or pee
because it's gonna kick you.
There was one time when a horse freaked out because like there was like gunshots in the French Quarter or something.
Yes,
and it was like
of course. Because it thought it was about that to go win a race.
You guys can remove the horses from the situation. Like that seems like the solution that makes the most sense to me.
You think the cops aren't going to freak out when there's gunfire?
I mean, yes, but I just like
historically
you already have those. You already have you can't take the cops out of the situation. So like if you want to provide some sort of law enforcement or maybe take away the most dangerous thing that can like kick someone in the head out of nowhere.
The cop.
Defund equestrian.
What do the police horses do when they're not? I mean, I know here we see a police horse on TV like once every 10 years. Like being a police horse has got to be a pretty good gig because you don't do shit.
Yeah,
they just
chill out every 10 years, kick a protester. Yeah,
I would see them when I lived in downtown. They would have them walk in downtown. There would be patrols that way, and then I'd see them when I go to the USC game. There's like 3 cops on horses, literally right by the section where I outside the stadium. So
does every city have police on horses? You know what I mean? Like, I know some places have bicycle police, right?
Yeah, I think it's a weird artifact of a bygone era.
Yeah, that's why they have them in New Orleans,
where they have the program continuing of police horses, and so they have them. I mean, I know there's some in Golden Gate Park. I think there's still San Francisco police horses, but
it's usually only like city or like near like monument-y type of places, right? Where like there'd be a lot of like congestion.
Yeah, I mean, even though a rural police horse would make more sense.
More sense. Yeah, I was like, horses only add to the congestion. Like, make it make sense.
I think Paul was saying it's a good gig. I don't think being a horse on asphalt is a good gig. I think that sucks for their hooves. And like, especially if it's dirty or like slick, like a horse could slide. That's all bad news. But we need them in the cities apparently to scare Zach. Because if we had bears in the city, he'd be fine with that.
I can handle a bear. Like, there's just stuff you can do to scare a bear. Not all bears, but most bears. All horses, they can all get spooked.
So you're not going to Compton because they got the Compton Cowboys.
Yeah.
I do trust a cowboy or a rancher with a horse more than I trust like a cop or just a random rider. But yeah, I'm still not going to do that. It's too much. I did see when we went on like a tour with Trey. That like years ago. God, this was like 7 years ago. And we did see like we went by. We saw like 2 or 3 guys on horses in Compton. It was great. But also, I was in the safety of the car.
Yeah, that's how I felt during the safari.
Anusian wants us to power rank the 4 hamburger sides: tots, fries, onion rings, and chips.
Fries is number 1.
Chips is 4.
Absolutely. Tots are 2.
I've been on a real onion ring kick lately.
Onion rings are good.
But I think that's just getting caught up in the moment.
Versus tots are a mood thing for me. Like, I think the option, I'm always like that unless I'm in the mood for something. I'm always in the mood for fries. I can't do a situation where I was like, I don't want fries right now.
I think tots are not offered enough to where if I see it as an option, I'm like, oh, I have to get that. You know?
I think it's harder to mess them up.
Yeah.
Well, they're all the same, aren't they? They're all like frozen. Like no one's gonna make their own tots.
Yeah. I've had the restaurant made tots before, and they're not as good as the frozen ones.
Right. Yeah, I still think they're third for me because some places do onion rings
really well. It's a dice roll though.
So I like a good onion ring, but yeah, it's probably. I mean, chips is just we're just scrambling for a 4th hamburger side at that point.
I love onion rings, but I don't like when you bite into it and the whole onion comes out, and then you have the empty ring.
Maybe get some sharper teeth.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't want it to happen every
knife
time.
And fork it that, Emily. I mean, what's the problem?
Oh yeah. I don't like it every time, but every once in a while you just get the fried casing after the onion comes out, and I kind of dig that a little bit more.
Bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's definitely
a little bit
above.
all right. Yeah,
that's definitely above chips.
There was
fried batter.
Chips. Yeah,
fried batter.
Maze you had onion rings one time, and I thought they were a fried scallop. Remember?
That was the first time I had fried calamari because I wasn't paying attention and thought it was like, oh, onion rings, like tiny onion rings,
tiny little onion rings. Oh, they look great.
I was like, wait a minute,
these are really chewy onions.
Was good though.
Oh, I'll take that as a hamburger side over onion rings.
Paul, when you flop your pieces of ham steak onto a burger, what do you like to go with that on the side?
You mean world championship level bacon?
Yeah, those thin cut pork chops that you like to call bacon.
Paul, you are in a corner. Don't fight your way out. Okay, don't do this.
Surrounded by horses, Paul.
Hey, I'm just arguing facts. I'm being honest. World champion bacon. Where did it come from? Australia.
Who were the judges?
It's a fact. It's the prestigious World Charcuterie Awards, Mo. Australian bacon was judged the best in the world.
They're all Australian?
No.
Was it done in Australia? How much did you guys pay for that award? Just curious.
Enough.
I don't even eat pork bacon, but like even just the time I spent in Australia when I would see the bacon.
Yeah, Mo's an agnostic. Like he's not even a part of this.
It was like, and I would look at the guys going like,
it is. the limpest bacon you can ever imagine. You can ever imagine. I understand everyone's trying to think, what joke can I make right now? They're all good, but it is so. It's like you guys haven't discovered fire yet when it comes to bacon. Some of the other food is great. I got into the eggs and everything. I think the eggs are better there. Like you guys got that. The bacon is not it. It's insane.
I even like the beets on the burger.
Yeah, look, I'm not a fan. But yeah, a lot of people do. Put beetroot on your burger. Yes.
Yeah,
very
but
Australian thing to do.
Your bacon. I don't even eat it. I would like it to look pleasant.
See, it is cooked. This is the lie that Maze keeps telling everybody in the Discord, that we don't cook our bacon. It's cooked. It's lovely. It's delicious. It's world championship winning.
If I take a raw piece of chicken and I get one of those blowtorches, I just barely pass over it once. Technically, it's cooked. Technically, I just cooked chicken.
It touched fire.
Yeah, it touched fire. Like it's cooked.
Do you guys not like crispy things? Like I have a lot of Aussie friends, but they're all Asian, so it's a little different. But is it just like you guys don't like crispy, or?
No, we like crispy. We like crispy.
Okay. Yeah.
See how his voice got real high there when he said that?
What does crispy mean to you? This is
I love when my daughter plays basketball at 10 p.m. It's awesome. It's awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Is there crispy bacon option though, or is it only floppy bacon?
Not to where you think it's going to be.
Okay.
What you think is crispy bacon is not there. It's not their default.
Okay.
It's like what like Australians think. Like if we're like, that's dangerous, and they're like, that's just life. That's not dangerous. Yeah, like that's the difference here.
Fish Steak says, I was on a deployment and we stopped in Australia. I ordered a double quarter pounder. Imagine my surprise that one of those patties was a fucking beet. What?
How is it still a double QP if it doesn't have two burger patties?
Well, it's a double quarter pounder.
Well, it's
a quarter pound beet patty.
Yeah, the beet and the beef.
Oh.
Yeah, you got the vegan version.
Yeah.
I don't remember that ever being a thing. I don't know. I don't remember that ever being a thing. Not from McDonald's anyway.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on you, Paul, but I feel like maybe Fish Sticks, they snuck a beat in there on him.
Yeah, it's traumatizing when that happens.
Vance asked, where did cheese curds go on the burger side list?
I never see them. I never see them on menus.
Wisconsin.
I see them,
you gotta go to Wisconsin.
Yeah. I mean,
I would love to have a little bit of a bigger sample size. It'd be great when I do have them, but I'm like, I can't. Like I was like last year at some point, I could not find any places with cheese curds on the menu.
We have
we've gone somewhere, Zach, right?
Where had was it 30?
I think it was on the 30.
It must have been.
Do they still? I haven't been in so long. I
haven't been in so long either. Yeah, but so the thing with cheese curds is there is a dangerous game where if it's like a little soggy or too greasy, it ruin. Like it's got to be it's so. I think a cheese curd is so temperamental to this a couple were good, or I want to eat the whole thing. Right? Like this is. I think there's a real fine line where there's no in between, and so. Like cheese,
you have to eat it immediately.
You give me good cheese curds, I'm in. But just cheese curds as an option, I think it's too temperamental to be higher on the list.
Is it weird that if it was a cold sandwich, chips would be higher, but for some reason because
if it's a hot sandwich or a burger,
if it's a cold sandwich, like a cold cut, I would prefer chips over French fries. But because it's a hot sandwich, I want a hot side.
Because I think you're putting some of the chips in the sandwich, right? Or maybe not.
Or
I don't know if chips is last for me on the list. Chips might be higher than I don't know. Chips might be number 2. I like chips.
I think I'm going top one.
Original Lay's.
No.
Well, hold your horses and your bears.
You know I'm an ally, but just I can't. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you really
Disneyland. You need a corn dog stand at Disneyland. Come on.
But so what? You're putting chips? You're on fries then chips?
I think so. Like I really only get tots or onion rings if I'm craving it. Like if I like, they're mood foods for me. Like, I will always eat chips if they're in front of me. I will always eat fries. I'm never going to say no to those. Sometimes I'm just not going to want tots or onion rings, and I won't eat them because I'm not about to waste calories on like food that I don't really genuinely want to eat. Chips and fries, I'm always.
Yeah,
Well,
this discipline you have is unheard of.
Y'all don't understand. I'm hitting that metabolism point, and it's like so scary because like I can't eat what I want.
Join us.
So
Welcome to hell. Yeah.
I have to like be strategic.
Welcome to feeling terrible about yourself all the time.
I have to pick and choose where to spend my calories, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna like. There's times where I'm just not interested in that top or an onion ring, but like some nice kettle chips, some sour cream and onion chips. Like there's a lot of good variety and chip options. And fries, I'm like rarely ever gonna say no. Like I can't say no, actually. That's probably one of my biggest weaknesses when it comes to foods.
I think we have a consensus number one, fries, though, right? Everybody's
I think
all
I'm going tots one.
Wow.
I think I'll take a tot over a fry at this point.
Wow.
And
Fries
over
are definitely
tots.
2. Yeah, fries are definitely 2, but I never have bad tots.
Sometimes
Even when the tots aren't warm,
yeah.
they're still pretty
You still can
good.
kind of get it. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Once a fry goes
actually-
They're
cold.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining. If they gave me
Yeah.
tots instead of fries, I'm not going like, oh, like
Yeah.
no, it's fine. I will eat them and enjoy them.
What's
So,
is it at
how-
Thirsty Merchant Mo where they've got like a buffalo tot
Yes.
or what? Like those.
Ooh.
Thirsty
Wait,
Merchant-
what's a
Thirsty
buffalo
Merchant's tots
tot?
are good.
Like is it tossed in buffalo sauce or what is it like?
Yeah,
what do
it's
you
like a
mean by
buffalo sauce, like, and then maybe there's like a little ranch drizzle or something like that. I can't remember what else is there, but there's another like sauce.
That
on
sounds
there.
amazing.
It's
like
so
I
good.
love
It's
buffalo
so
sauce.
good,
Yeah.
Tachos are like one of my favorite appetizers
Tachos
of all
can get
time.
it. Yeah,
Tachos,
tachos can
yeah,
get
for
it.
sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Wait, are we throwing cheese curds in? No, I'm not ranking 5 things. 4
No,
things. Okay,
it's not common enough.
I'm going tots, fries, onion rings, chips. Chips are definitely like with a burger. If it's chips or like they're house made chips, they're like
No.
fuck out of here. I don't want that. I don't care about your homemade ketchup. I don't want that either. Like just give me the burger.
HA wants to know, is a BLT a hot or cold sandwich?
Cold.
But the bacon has to be hot.
Yeah.
The bacon is
necessarily.
rarely hot. The bacon is rarely
Yeah.
hot because usually it's already been made, like pre-made. And it's just as an option to put on a sandwich.
When
It's
it
like
is
a
hot,
totally
it's
cooked
like
from
an
my understanding.
elevated BLT when you get the freshly made bacon on it because you get that contrast also.
Yeah, but I would say it's generally
Really
like
a cold sandwich.
a cold
yeah.
sandwich. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Actually, it's basically just like a club sandwich without the turkey, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
And tomato.
And the extra piece of bread if it's a real
Well,
club
sometimes
sandwich.
there's tomato in club. Yeah. Oh yeah, I do like that extra piece of bread in the middle. I don't know why.
So we have the club sandwich, the Big Mac. What is there anything
Mhm.
else that uses the middle piece of bread? No,
No.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
it's too limited, man. More people should experiment with
Yeah.
double layer sandwiches with the
I
middle
wonder if
piece.
that would. You think like a PB and J would be good with a third piece of bread in between?
Are you separating the P and the PB and the J? Are you doing PB
No.
and then J on top, or are you
No,
doing double
yeah.
mix?
It's just a
Double
sandwich.
mix.
Yeah,
It's got to be a
PB&J.
double.
It's got to be a double mixed.
Yeah. So like bread, peanut butter, jelly, bread, jelly, peanut butter, bread.
I think it would work. I think we have the technology. We can try this. I'll
I
report
might
back.
try
Figure
it.
this one out. We got to
I'll do
call the
this.
ants because they have the technology. We do
Yeah.
not. The ants do.
Right. Yeah.
They've done this in ant space.
They
That's right.
they have their own.
They're probably
Yeah.
laughing at us right now that they can't believe we're just
These
now
idiots,
thinking
yeah.
about this option.
It's definitely the basis of their transportation too. It's fueled by that.
We got a fled says, is it weird to see a police photo of someone allegedly wanted for murder and think would? And this is in reaction to the Colombian hitwoman, the doll, that was arrested after killing her ex-boyfriend, and people are already thinking that this is Aubrey Plaza.
Wait, did he?
Aubrey Plaza starring in the movie that they're going to
Yep,
make.
exactly.
1000%. Yeah.
I'm confused though. Like, what is she a hit woman or she killed her boyfriend? Like, what?
Both.
She kills a lot of
yes.
people. It's not
It's
just
a-
that.
Yeah, if you're a hit woman, you've killed a lot of people. If you killed your
Okay.
boyfriend, you're just a murderer.
Yeah, well,
Right.
that's what I was just looking because I was like, if you kill your
Zach says
boyfriend, that's
Arrested
not
for
a hit.
several
It's a
murders. Several
Yeah, this
murders,
is-
including her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay. So
I
she
don't.
probably.
I think that makes you more of a serial killer than a
Well, not
hitman.
unless
Like the
unless
United
someone
Health guy
hired
was a
you.
hitman.
Several targeted gangland killings.
If someone hired her to be that person's girlfriend
This
and
is getting
then kill him,
this
then
is
it
getting
would be-
hotter with every updated
Yeah.
description.
And then her name is Karen.
Ugh.
Did that put a damper on it?
No.
Yeah, no,
No.
I can't.
No, because you know why? Because the picture's still the picture.
Ugh.
Several high-profile murders at the behest of the Los de la M gang.
What makes it a high-profile murder?
Like someone high profile
Are we
got
talking,
killed,
Who they
or
killed,
just like
yeah.
it became a big news story?
yeah.
Hmm.
Like, is it the
Mm.
person who gets murdered, or is it how big the news story becomes? Because if this is now at a point where she just killed her regular old boyfriend, but she's
Yeah.
become
high
she's
profile?
become noteworthy for
because-
the then does that make it
Yeah.
high profile?
This article is insane, man. All right, so she was in the midst of a career expansion, leading a cadre of hitmen, conducting a
slower.
reign of terror in the
She was
region
built
prior
like
to
a
her
wall.
arrest. She
She's
was
perfect.
arrested alongside an accomplice, Paula Valentina Joya Rueda, who is known as the fat hit woman.
What? Oh no!
I need a picture
just
of
gave me
her. I need to see what she looks like.
You just give me the hit woman? Come on!
That's so messed up.
Come on!
Always
man.
have always
Well,
have
actually,
a friend
you know
as
what?
this-
Yeah, I was
Hold
about
on,
to say, is this a situation
see.
where like the
I
cute girl?
don't
always has
have a
fat,
I
ugly
don't have a
friend? Yeah.
picture of,
Okay, 'cause
of,
that's
of
the way
the
we're
fat
gonna
hit
determine
woman.
this. Like, I'm
I'm
picturing like a Melissa McCarthy character, like that.
dude, like her nickname is La Muñeca, and her conspirator's nickname is Gorda Sicaria.
Oh my god!
God.
Gorda Sicaria.
Gorda Sicaria.
That's a great villain name.
Time to update the CT5 best names list.
Oh my
This is-
god. Yeah, I'm blown away by this. All right, I need to find Gorda Sicaria real quick.
Gorda
This is
Sicaria
how
is fucking hilarious.
Zach. The face she's making right here is what I imagine you gave that guy in the truck.
It's
like
pretty
those
close, actually. I just
eyes,
had sunglasses
right?
on, but it's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I still have not found Gorda Sicaria, but this is pretty spot on for the side by side here of the doll and Aubrey Plaza.
No,
like
it's
it's,
no
a
question.
lot.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is
Like,
Yeah.
oh
what
my
they
god.
make the
Exact
movie,
same
it's her.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
Where is Gorda Sicaria? Did she get arrested? Is she still out there?
Is she still at large?
Oh, no.
Zach.
No,
Oh,
come
no.
on.
That was good.
Come on.
No, stop it, Eden.
Low-
that wasn't
low-hanging.
good.
That was
That was
incredible.
amazing.
That was really
oh my
good.
god.
Ally.
Thank you.
Oh my.
Yeah. I guess this might be Gorda Sicaria. I don't know.
See,
That's
I needed
a tough.
bigger.
That's a
That-
tough.
I mean,
that's a
Is
tough.
she
one
wearing
for
knee
her.
pads?
well, I mean, you gotta sometimes you gotta get on the ground to take a shot, you know?
Sometimes you do.
Hmm.
I don't think it's a weird reaction. Remember that like hot
Matt
Mugshot,
Ryan said
dude.
Coach Gorda Bombay.
yeah, Gordita Diablo, Gordo, Bombay. Yeah, yep. Those are available. But remember the mugshot guy
Yeah.
that everybody
Mhm.
went crazy
Yeah, oh, yeah,
for
the
a
hot
few
guy,
years
yeah.
ago.
Well, aren't they talking about the
Notorious
guy?
Ted Bundy was good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now he's a
Apparently-
fashion model.
Apparently, the New York,
Bundy?
the guy who killed the
Not
New
Ted
York,
Yeah, that
CEO
guy.
or whatever. Apparently, supposed to be good looking.
He's not bad looking in the face.
I just saw his eyes. I just saw the video and the picture. I didn't see like
No,
identity,
so
big
apparently
deal.
he was at he was staying in a hostel or something like that, and the girl there was flirting with him, and he took his
Oh.
mask down to flirt with her, and that's how
that's how they
got a
get
picture
you.
of his face.
That's how they
Yeah.
get you, man.
You can't be thinking with your, you know what?
Thinking.
Yeah.
The doll.
That is a wild thing. That whole like CEO thing.
That's crazy.
The fact that we like, it's one thing to hear about it, but to see the video, like I feel like we never see the video of stuff like this. We just like hear the story, right?
Yeah.
It did like it, and I guess it's grainy enough that it didn't have this like chilling effect, but it was, I don't know, like it was just it maybe the world has become so great. Like I felt a little desensitized to it, you know, like it didn't. And maybe it's just like it didn't seem real, even though it's obviously very real.
It just it looked like a scene from a movie, right? Like
Yes,
just
absolutely.
the everything about it. So I think that's probably why.
Yeah.
But it's nuts that it happened in real life to a guy that looks exactly like all the other guys that I know in my industry. So
there was this guy on, I think I saw it on Twitter, who like, I mean, when I clicked on his profile, there was nothing about like special forces or government agency or anything like that. Is like a signifier. It just seemed like he was like a writer or something like that. But he's like breaking down, this is how you know he's a hitman. Look at him clear the gun and do this. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, where are you getting this information from? Like, this is such maybe it's all correct.
Hitman or hitwoman.
Maybe it's
Gorda,
all
Sicaria.
Maybe it's all like, I don't know, maybe it was all correct, but I'm just it was so matter of fact. I'm like, this is people watching an injury in sports, like, see, he clearly did it, like clearly tore this and tore that. I'm like, you don't know any of this, man. Like, yeah, this is crazy.
So Miami Afilador has discovered that Zach is opening a new spot in Oakland. Espresso and Mezcal. Coming soon.
Mezcal, you say?
And then it's on Reddit. So espresso and mezcal bar, huh? Is that a thing? You should try an espresso martini made with mezcal. I don't know what you would call it, but it tastes damn good.
It does.
Way better than vodka.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean espresso and mezcal bar? Like every drink is going to have both espresso and mezcal on it? Like, is that what that means? I'm just trying to make sure I understand the situation.
It is pretty confusing.
It would be what if it's just one or the other, but they won't let you combine them. Like we have the best espresso and we got great mezcal drinks, but do not put them together.
It does sound like different sides of the room.
Yes,
you have to.
There's a mezcal side and an espresso side.
Espresso by night, a mezcal bar, and they only pour mezcal. It doesn't sound like a combo. It doesn't.
No.
Oh, so espresso, mezcal bar.
What if they gave you espresso and then also a separate shot of mezcal? Because like there are some drinks that come like that, right? Where you ordered like the drink and it comes with a shot, and you're supposed to like.
Are you just talking about like Jameson and beer? Like you're like, give me a shot of JMO and a beer. And you're like,
the beer. No, I was at a tiki bar last weekend, and they gave like. It was like a tropical drink, but then it comes with like a side of mezcal, and you're supposed to like sip it between each one. I thought that was a lot, but
there just wasn't enough room in the glass for the mezcal. Like it was there.
They said you could put it in, but then they were like, if you really want to like get the taste combo right, you drink this and then you drink the mezcal. I don't know.
Why?
I like mezcal.
Inspired by the culinary heart of Oaxaca and Mexico's vibrant cocktail scene, our restaurant offers a unique dining experience grounded in our coffee roasting expertise. They do blend mezcal and espresso, so it is a combo. It's not one or the other. Interesting.
And everything is that?
I guess so. This is all the info I have so far.
Give it a year, it'll be on Bar Rescue for sure. Yeah.
Their website does not have a menu. They opened today.
Oh,
I'll have to.
Today's you got to go.
You got to do. Well, I mean, if there's no tsunami, I'll go.
Research.
Or surf the tsunami into Oakland.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Do you think they got the tsunami warning yesterday and we're like, no, we're open?
You're like,
God damn it! My whole life has been building up to this moment. When I put mezcal and espresso together, Mother Nature is stopping me.
What was that place we went to in North Hollywood? Renegade? Was that what it was called?
Yes. Yeah.
Like they literally opened the month before the pandemic, and then it was shut down. And then after like things opened back up, like we went, and it was fine. Like it was good. I went all the time. Like it was like 2 blocks from me, but they ended up not making it. Now it's like a Granville.
That place was huge. That
it was massive.
No place is surviving. That needs to be like a yard house. Like that has to be a huge. Like
I mean, it's a Granville now. It's basically that. Yeah.
That's the only way it would survive.
Yeah.
We got a Fled asks, how long would a drive-through line have to be before you would give up on food you've ordered and paid for in the restaurant app?
Oh,
no,
2 hours.
Don't use. Yeah, I mean, come on.
If you're already in line,
yeah, you've paid for it. You're like, nah, man.
I paid
getting
for it.
that
I'm
food.
getting it.
I'm in it to win it. Like,
yep.
All right, and then Anusian asked, how long would the line have to be before you give up and go to your second choice? So you haven't ordered the food.
That's
I'm not
this
waiting
happens.
in line.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
This
happened. I mean,
20 minutes.
In and
25
out.
minutes.
In and out.
Yeah,
There's
in
like
and
always
out.
that line. There's the one near me. I do have a certain point down the street where I'm like, that's too far.
Yep.
That's too far.
I haven't.
You have the car marker where you know.
Yeah,
it's
if it
too
gets to
far,
the
and then
second, if it gets to the second parking lot opening beyond, then I'm like, there's no, like, I'm not doing that.
Anytime I'm getting it for Jamie and I'm like, okay, but if the line's long, I'm going to McDonald's. Like it's just, I'm just
You pre-negotiate that clause.
Yeah. Although there have been
out.
times where I've seen the line long and I just said, fuck it. I parked and then I went inside and got
I
my
haven't
food.
been in a drive-through in so long. I always park. I always go in.
Really?
Really?
Every
You're
time.
too tall for a drive-through?
Yep. That's why.
Yeah.
You want to show everybody how tall you are inside the McDonald's?
I mean, I don't believe that it's faster.
Well,
It's
also
not always
San
faster.
Francisco's a weird area. Like I feel like like LA is spread out in a way that it's a big city, but doesn't feel like a big. I guess if you were downtown, maybe I would probably go inside all the time. But if I was in, I mean, obviously New York, but San Francisco too. Like I don't feel like it's a real drive-through city.
Right.
You know,
It isn't really, but I'm talking about even
like if you're on a road trip or anything.
road trip. Like
Really?
you
just not like
it's
being
a
in the
break,
car?
right?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
you went
if
like
it's a
the
road
leg
trip,
I
stretch?
get what you mean. I get what you
you're going to the
mean. Yeah.
bathroom, you're stretching your legs a little bit. You know, you don't want to just like if you like.
That's
I
different.
have. I'm just saying it's been a long time, and most of the time I'm going in. But like
And that's
I
any
believe for
restaurant
sure.
makes-
I love that
In and
Maze
out.
is doing tapper shit. He's still never seen the show, but it's just because we forced him into the chat.
It's so
It's not even because of the chat.
the best though is when there's like a random reply from Maze.
Oh
in
my
the
god, I
chat.
get so excited. I get so excited when Maze responds to that chat. Because I know
So
we've
stupid.
broken him. I know we've broken him at that point.
This means he's watching he's seeing them all. He may have muted us, but he's going through it and seeing what we say.
It's seriously so. I'm gonna try to find the last time he responded. It's so
It's
Maze,
really-
how
long
many
a long time.
messages do you wait for to clear through that before you actually look at it?
I clear it. I clear this shit all the time.
Yeah.
But if it's
Yeah.
over
You can just hit
5, I'm
read
not
all.
reading them.
Just hit
What?
read all.
You don't
No,
read
just
them.
tap in, tap out. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, man.
I
Go
mean,
in,
that's what I
clear
had to
them
do
out,
to
do
you
it.
guys the
I
other
just read all
week. It was like
from-
100 messages.
What? Okay. What
Do
do you mean
not
red out? So like
use-
if I hold down the click, you're saying?
Yeah, there's a way to just read
Mark
all
is
of
red?
your messages as once.
But
Like,
if I've held it down to pull up the chat to hit the mark is red, it's still going to show me the chat. So what's the difference
Uh-huh.
between going into the chat and backing out as opposed to holding down for the click to hit the mark is? I mean, I feel like that. We're
Oh,
once
well,
again we're in a drive-through
you can-
situation. I'm going in.
because you can clear out multiple chats at once. Like I do that all the time where it's just like because like I get a spam text from like marketing texts or for a while the text was bad, and so it's like I'm not going through to every single one. I hit read all on all messages.
Read
And
all on
clear it
all
out.
message. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
your
if I go to
entire edit. You hit edit and like select messages and read all. Like you don't even have
Alright.
to select them.
I've scrolled back. So Maze
Oh, no.
responded to us on November 15th Prior to that, it was September 28th.
So one every 2 months.
One every 2 months, basically. Yeah,
That's too much.
We'll talk to
I
you
gotta
in
cut back
January.
on this.
that even feels like I wasn't expecting as soon as September.
That's too much
28th.
engagement from me. I am disappointed in myself at that level.
I remember I was thinking because I was like, I remember there's one like just the other day. No, it was like 3 weeks ago. Like it was.
I think I've sent one. I've initiated one thing in that.
Yeah, they've been
thread.
replies. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm responding. But for In-N-Out in particular, there's no way I'm sitting in that drive-through line. I would much rather go into the counter.
I feel
and
like the
sit in
counter
there.
takes forever too, though.
It doesn't. It's not like crazy quick. But what I like about when I go into the counter is I'm getting my Coke and I'm getting a second Coke because it's drinking my soda while I'm there.
Yeah.
Obviously, this isn't good for me in health or beyond that. But like sitting there having my soda, waiting for it, and then when it's ready, just top it off, and then I'm out.
Is there a restaurant that you specifically would not get out and go into, Maze? Or a specific time of
I feel
day?
like Burger Kings are real dingy.
Oh, yeah. I would say maybe like the older restaurants, like a Roy Rogers or like one of those kind of older dingy ones. I don't want to see how the food is made.
No. It's what I like about Sonic. I went to Sonic the other day because it's on the way to Palm Springs. It's literally the only one in LA that you can.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say, like,
it's
like,
26
wait a minute.
miles away.
Other day?
Yeah. No, it took a half hour to get there, and then took an hour to get to Palm Springs after that. Like it's really like right in the zone there. But I went there, and you obviously do like the pull in to the parking spot, and they bring it out to the car and everything. I was like, God, this is the life. Like you still get to be in your car, you don't go inside, but you're not like eating on the go. Oh, it's fantastic. That's living.
There was a really sketchy McDonald's near Golden Gate Park on Haight Street that I probably would have avoided going into if I had to.
So it's more like
closed.
It was like the clientele in there.
Yeah. Like you're more likely to find somebody doing heroin in the bathroom than you are to like have a nice burger or whatever. But like especially if I have ordered the food in an app, I'm going in to get it. I'm not waiting in a drive-through.
So I've never used. I feel like if I get the fast food app,
it's game over. For
that's a bad. That's just a bad point for me to be in my life. I would rather wait in a line, order at the board, all that stuff.
Sure.
Then like, I've got my McDonald's app. I've ordered. Are you using your mobile app today? Sure am. This is. I don't want.
I only use the McDonald's one because there's a McDonald's like 4 blocks away. Sometimes I'll get an egg McMuffin or whatever, and they are fucking giving shit away on the app.
Are they?
Dude, there's so many of these places.
They're exactly.
That's
like I can't do it. There's no way I can do it.
There's no way. It's gonna be too sad of a time.
Bottom of my life.
Shit away.
Really?
That's the whole reason why I'm on the Starbucks app.
They'll give you 2 breakfast sandwiches for the price of 1. They'll give you free fries.
When I did go to Starbucks, that app was great. Because that app, you really do rack up like points, and they will give you free shit all the time, and like that was really good.
It's so dangerous.
My favorite is when they're like, like if you order from us 5 times in the next 5 days, you'll go. I'm like, cool. I'll order Jamie's drink as one order. Order my drink as an order. That's 2 right there. Oh, I'm gonna get a muffin. Okay, that's a 3rd. Or like it's
game in the system.
Yeah.
Act.
Yep.
And the whole time you're like, those idiots, and they're just watching money.
And I'm like, and I'm gonna use all the points.
Visa is also looking at that as like transaction fee. This is great.
But Starbucks, I won't do their drive-through.
No.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, it takes a really long time.
I did it the one by my old place, but that's it. Yeah.
I have a question for you, California folks. Like, I was recently told that while I am in California, and Paul, well, I don't know if you guys.
He's like
Del
Western
Tacos,
California.
Yeah, West.
But
what, Del Taco?
Yeah, someone told me I need to have a Del Taco experience.
Del Taco is fucking amazing.
Really? Okay, because what do I order? Don't just say tacos because I'm gonna get pissed.
No. The tacos are fine. You know what's great there? I'm on the same page as you. chili cheese fries. That's the move there.
What,
more.
chili fries?
Chili cheese fries, and you get a
Chili
little sour
cheese
cream on it.
fries. Uh-huh.
That's the move. Yeah.
Very good. I'll tell you this: Del Taco has one of the better fast food burgers.
It does. It absolutely is. The double Del
It doesn't
cheeseburger,
make it
so
and-
fucking good. Yeah.
One of the better fast food. Like the first time I went, a buddy of mine was like, "You have to get the burger." I'm like, "No, it's Del Taco. I'm getting tacos."
Yeah.
And I got both, and I was like, "Oh, okay, no, the burger."
I'll get the burger and fries way more often than I get like a taco or burrito or whatever there. They've got like these roller roller like fried chicken tacos or whatever, and they've got like so they'll have like a chipotle one, they'll have like a ranch one, all this. Those are really good too.
What's a roller? You mean like a taquito kind of thing?
But it's not really rolled up. It's just like they kind of like fold the tortilla top over it and roll it, but it's not really rolled up, I guess. But those are really good. Like that's a good move there. The burrito's super substantial, like way heavier than like a Taco Bell burrito. Like it's legit.
Okay.
Not as many Del Tacos though than you would think.
No. But there's one. I mean, there's one here in the valley that's not that far from me.
No.
That I'll check out.
I dabbled.
Okay.
It doesn't look like this when you get it
really...
with those tacos in the middle row there. It doesn't look like that, but that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
the
Chipotle crispy, yeah, but like that I've never gotten one like
crunchy
that.
Stuff in the middle.
The chicken is crunchy. It's like fried chicken.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a fried chicken tender in the middle. It's great.
So it sounds like I need to have a burger, a taco, and the chili cheese fries.
It sounds
and do
like
them
you're
all
gonna
in
have to make
separate orders.
Multiple trips
Through the app.
Multiple trips.
There is not a chance Del Taco has an app. Let me tell you. There's not a chance.
Not a chance.
No, there's no way.
I bet
I'm going
you
into
they
the
do.
app store.
Really? I'm going in.
I'm going in. I'll report back.
I don't believe you. I'm going in. All right. Well, I never was bowled over by my Del Taco experience, but also didn't go very much. I went to like Baja Fresh in
I've been there once.
I did that. I did that in
whatever.
when I worked in the mall. They had Baja Fresh there. Is it Del Taco app?
Oh,
it's there.
Take that.
That is shocking. That is shocking.
Everybody's got
it's got to be
it's good or doesn't.
It's got to be a phishing scam. Like there's just no way that they
Number
run a
94
app.
in the food and drink
Top 100.
Top 100 food apps.
Top 100. Yeah.
What a low bar to clear.
It has rewards, guys. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
It has reward. All right. You know what? I'm going.
We're in the top 150 fast food apps in the country. Got a premium product here.
Let me see what we got going here. Del Taco.
Well, somebody's getting Del Taco for lunch.
For sure. Oh my God.
Sure.
Yeah,
RGG.
I like it better than Taco Bell, if I'm being honest. I like it better.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about right.
Okay.
But I like
I'm
Taco Bell. I'm
excited.
still not.
Says, what is the thing that you do that makes you feel the oldest?
Hold on.
Immediately
Everything.
get 2 free Del Tacos when you create an account.
That's the move. That's what I'm doing immediately. Yeah.
Okay, so now make multiple email addresses and then
Del Taco Fan 1, Del Taco Fan 2, Del Taco Fan 3 at hotmail.com. Yes, this is.
And then Hotmail is suddenly getting a lot out of this.
all of a sudden
Hotmail's
AOL's
back.
in the game.
I'm sorry, Maze. What was the question? You asked?
What is the
I
thing
got-
that
I
you
got
do
Del Taco
that makes
fever.
you feel the oldest besides freak out about Del Taco giving you free tacos for signing up?
When full-grown adults talk about like when they were children, and it was when I was in college.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
conversation with my nieces.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
So it's like
Also
the
standing up.
relativity. It's the relative. It's talking to the youth.
They literally turned to me the other day and were like, "Wow, you're turning into an Arab uncle." Because I was doing something with like I had like nuts and almonds in my hands, and I did like I was shaking it up and then eating it, and they're like, "Wow, you're turning into an Arab
What's
uncle."
the point of the? Well, I was about to say, what's the point of the nut shake? Different conversation. What's the point of shaking almonds in your
I
hands
don't know.
before you
I don't know. I don't know. It was literally just a moment. It was really trying to get it up from like in my palm into like the getting one up to
Why
there,
aren't
and
you
then
just picking?
that was
That's
too
how I
much.
eat them.
Then you gotta use 2 hands though.
Thank you. And then, but the thing is,
sometimes
they realize. I don't think they realize how crestfallen I was.
Sometimes it's a two-handed nut shake. You're right.
You didn't embrace your uncleness. I've embraced my old auntie.
No. I embraced that, but it was the air of uncle, which is more of a different category that I wasn't prepared for.
I don't feel like I can accuse you of that.
I know exactly what you mean. There's like certain like cultural relevancies. Like,
and so when they said that, I just dropped. I think my shoulders physically dropped right in front of the
When I walk around the grocery store, sometimes I'll catch myself putting my hands behind my back as I walk.
Oh, that's a
very old person move. Yeah. Very old, like old Asian woman move for sure.
I don't want to say it, but yeah.
Besides the app hunting that I do for free stuff, it's comparing coupon prices at like Ralph's.
Oh, you're a coupon guy. Are coupons still a thing?
No, but like when
this week on Extreme Coupons, this is low deck.
When they do the thing,
the Arab uncle.
Well, I get more mayonnaise if I get the Kraft.
Those Pinnock right there.
16 ounce.
I think mine is going to the store at 8 a.m. or at like first thing in the morning. I think that makes me feel old as shit. Is like I just like being at the grocery store early. I just like going. Like yesterday, I went to Target when they opened because I had to return something and then get something else. And it's like, all right.
Were you waiting outside the door?
I waited in the car for like 2 minutes. I got there 2 minutes early. And then I went.
Wow. Okay.
But that makes me feel old as shit because, like, I was not. That used to be like, I'll go when I go, and now I'm like, I want to go early.
I think
I'm going in.
Anytime there's like a pack of teenagers anywhere, and I just hear them talking, and I see them acting the way that I know I acted with my friends when we think like, oh, we're on our own now. We got we've got the world figured. Like you can see that coming out of them, and that makes me feel fucking old. Because the whole time I just want to be like, you guys don't know shit about anything. Like this is just.
Oh, we got some good ones. Going to the airport 2 hours before my flight.
Never.
That's me.
Do not understand it. Get me there 5 minutes. Like get me through security 5 minutes before we start boarding. That's all I want.
I was Zach. I was where you were. Then I got married, and now I'm 2 hours before.
If there's a lounge that I can go to, I want to go there because I want to get the free food and drinks.
If you have lounge access, different.
That's different.
That matters. But like if you don't have lounge access,
but even then, I don't want to get there that early.
Well, some of the lounges are really nice.
Yeah. I could.
You know, it was nice
in some of them for a long time.
That Delta Lounge in Tokyo was fucking. I didn't even want to go back. I didn't want to leave. That was
right.
Great. Yeah,
I bet
that was nice. Yeah,
it's just standing up sometimes though, right?
Oh my God,
makes you feel old.
Sitting down.
Yeah,
it's the involuntary noise that you make when you're like, ugh.
Oh, I make a noise. I started boxing over the last couple weeks, and
nice.
My body is hurting again in a way where I was like, oh yeah, there's muscles there in my back, or there are muscles there in my side. Like it's in my calves have just been a ball of pain this entire time for like 2 straight weeks, and that has made me feel like because there's this place just in the valley here in Studio City, but there's this thing where I'm like, okay, when I did this, what was it, 11, 12 years ago, when I was trained this way, and I was still I was in my early 30s then. I was like, I didn't feel this way.
Recovery.
I felt fine for the most part, like after a day, right? And now I'm like, ooh, this is 9 straight days of I stand up and my calves are like, stretch, please. Like someone stretch.
Yeah. Like I will say on my last flight, before the flight, I was stretching. And it was me and 2 60-year-old men who's doing full on yoga in the waiting area.
Did you say to one of them, "Oh, that's a good stretch right there"? Like, did you say?
Yeah. When I was,
we had the silent eye contact thing because I'm over here stretching my hamstrings. That guy's going like this.
One nod, at the same time with each other. All right, one.
Yeah,
I did that when I was coming back when I was coming back from Europe. I did that. I was I stood up and I'm putting my hands on the overhead compartment to kind of stretch my back and everything and lean forward, and I realized that I was like, oh fuck, this is old. This is so old.
Yes,
Like,
it's super old. It's also something that happens more on California flights than I have noticed anywhere else. Like there was one
people
where
doing it? Yeah.
a guy got up on my first flight out here this year who did full yoga in the aisle. Like he was doing like the dancer move with his leg up, and
No,
like,
that's too much. You don't need
it
to do
was a
all that.
lot. It was a lot.
We have too
And he
many
was
people
tall.
doing too much. We have too many of this like
Very
thing of
comfortable.
like full on stretch and like like come on, man. Like
Yeah.
like don't do it in the aisle. Like for the love of God.
Like the thing, I want to stretch my hamstrings the most. That's the thing I always like care about stretching. And I'm like, I can't do this in the aisle. I'm not gonna bend over and touch the floor. Like that's crazy. Like that, you can't do that. Like you give a little stretch, you give a little twist, and there you go. You're like you gotta get back in the seat.
You can't
Plus,
even
they ain't
do that
cleaning
near
the
the
plane.
bathrooms.
No,
Oh, the bathroom. No.
there's no room.
No.
No.
Well, not for you, but for me, I could probably. but-
Yeah, Emily could do it in the overhead storage bin.
Are you
It's
worried
probably
about?
good.
Are you worried about taking your time in a plain bathroom?
Yeah, no, I don't want people to think that I'm going poop. So
But wouldn't they know
I
from
would
the
never-
smell? Like I
no,
never
'cause
worry
it
about
smells
that.
like that in general. Like, well,
That's true,
just
yeah,
to be
I guess so.
clear, like I don't like
Emily doesn't poop.
airplane bath. Yeah, no, I don't. But
Yeah.
airplane bathrooms, I'll do anything I can to avoid that.
I mean,
like-
ideally I would, but if it's a long flight,
Yeah.
like there's a nature's gonna
Sometimes
happen.
I'm just standing there and I'm just leaning against the wall. Not like not even like drunk or anything. Like I'm just like leaning against the wall. I'm
'Cause
just
you're
like
standing up.
I'm just gonna enjoy this. Like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like
I'm doing what I need
Take
to
my
do,
time, yeah.
however long it takes. I'm
If
not
someone-
taking an exorbitant amount of time where like
Right.
the dude's like there's a line of 3 people outside.
yeah.
If
You're like,
somebody's
oh,
clocking your bathroom use time anywhere, even on a plane, that's
Yeah.
their problem, man.
It's
That
only
is-
the people that are right by the bathrooms that I feel like, the ones that are waiting and the people who are like
Sure,
sitting at the
but, like,
bathroom that would notice.
If you're
Yeah.
sitting far away from those people, who cares? What
Yeah.
are you gonna do? See 'em-
I
see
do
'em
hate
when
the
you
line.
get off
you
the
gotta
plane?
walk out of the bathroom.
the
you gotta
line's the
you gotta
worst.
lean into like their space and go, I pooped, and then you just walk off. Like this, real
No,
power
you
move.
whisper. You whisper.
Not even that.
4 minutes and 32 seconds.
Enjoy the aroma.
You
7
time
minutes-
yourself when you go in there
7
and you
minutes,
show them.
10
You're like,
seconds.
that's how long it was. I know you're wondering.
It's a long enough flight.
No,
you
dude,
can give them. You can give them trends of like 40
do
seconds.
the
less than
Friday
last
after
time.
next. Do the Fridays. They just come out and be like, you
Woo!
might not want to go in. You might want to let this wait for a minute.
Just get the door and open and close it. Whoa.
Yeah. Trust me, you're gonna want this.
Yell at the stewardess. You got any air freshener?
Yeah.
I will get up out of bed and foam roll in the middle of the night sometimes.
In the middle.
That wow.
That's old
I
as
got-
shit.
That is
Yeah.
really old. I got.
Yeah.
The middle of the night says something.
Have you ever been? Are you old enough to get those advertisements for the chirp roller on like Instagram
Yes.
or anything like that? It's like that circle thing. So I have that.
Zach, I'm old enough that I get AARP mailers.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
I get them a lot.
let me. This is not an ad. Let me tell you that chirp roller, fucking great. That is one of the best
Are you
things for
talking
like
to-
just decompressing your back. Like it's like I have that. I have an inversion
These
table.
look
but
like
that,
tires.
they're great.
Okay.
So the middle
You have
one
an
is the best
inversion
one.
table?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's an old
Yeah.
man thing.
Well,
He went
that
through a real
came
stage
after
with the
that
back.
came after like the real sciatic issues and everything.
Yeah, the
And
yeah, the
now
back
he had a
problems.
back.
yeah. I use it probably once a day now, maybe twice a day. It depends on how much like I'm sitting for work. But
Are you ever scared you're gonna get stuck in the inversion?
no, it's so easy to get up.
Oh.
I'm worried I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
kick Boogie. Like 'cause
Oh.
he's
he
worried.
he
He's
freaks-
worried about horses, but he's not worried
Yeah.
about
when
getting
he.
stuck
well,
upside down for the
I
rest
think I
of
told
his
you
life.
guys this, but when I put it together, when I assembled it, there's like 19 warnings throughout the instructions, like could cause death if not properly assembled. I'm like, I'm not gonna fall on my head. Like I'm good. Like don't worry about this.
It's like
Yeah,
a
man, this
tsunami
thing's
warning.
great.
You know
This thing-
somebody did.
So I don't have the XR. I don't have the XR3. I just have the the XR. I just have the basic one.
Okay, but it's the
So I don't
Oh,
have
is
those
it-
middle one. It's just I
the
don't have
same-
those big.
like
Yeah.
sizes.
So it's like it's more same sizes, but they're just smooth.
By the way, we're
rather
all
than-
getting this now. If you
Dude,
weren't
it's-
getting this ad
yeah.
before,
Dude, I'm telling
Wait,
you, it's
is
so
this it?
good. Yes, that's it. Yes.
Oh,
There you
okay. I've never
pull-
used it before.
Oh my god, it's so
Got
good.
one sitting around.
Yeah.
Wow, who needs
Take it out of the
who
What
needs
box.
a
else you have
screen
sitting
share?
around?
And
What
Emily's
else? Now I'm
reach
curious.
into your
So I
bag
tra-
of tricks.
I have
travel with
this,
Yeah.
and then
You have the bigger
there's
one?
no, but
Oh.
also whatever the fuck this is.
For your
It's a
neck.
saddle.
I'm
That's
not
for the bear.
sure.
It ain't big enough.
I don't know what that is, but
So I
I think,
always
I think
travel.
it's for your.
I always
It's,
travel with the
it's,
small
it's
one.
my boyfriend's.
I
I
got
always,
you.
I always travel. Oh, that's for your hips. That's for like,
Oh yeah,
That'll,
it
like,
goes
get the
right.
hip
That's right. It
flexors.
goes
Yeah.
right on your hip flexor, right?
yeah.
It,
I
I forgot.
I always travel with the small one, and then to accommodate, like to maximize space, I will put my socks and my underwear. I will like stuff it into the circle, and
Oh,
so that's
yeah.
how I pack that. Like I'm just like,
Right.
yeah. But I
it's
travel with
very
it
light.
everywhere. Super light, yeah.
Yeah.
Super light.
Foam roller
Um,
and underwear compartment.
But I just man, it like I use that constant. I use it before bed. I use it when I wake up. If my back's really tight, then I'll set up the inversion table. But yeah, that chirp roller. Oh my god. All right. On your foam roller maze, is it a really dense one or is it kind of like not as?
I had a softer one before, and then
I don't like the softer ones. I like them hard.
because Isabel's a Pilates teacher. She has like the super
Oh, she's got the good
serious
one.
one.
Oh,
Like the one with the knobs.
She doesn't have the
can
knobs.
Can
but
that
it's
be at
like-
your
it's
wedding
like
reception?
it's
Can there be a foam roller section, please?
yep.
There-
Get to the wedding 2 hours early.
Yeah, 2 hours early, and you
For
can use the foam roller.
complimentary foam roller room that we'll have
You
set up.
think Zach's going there mid dancing? Like, need a minute.
Oh yeah, for
Yep.
sure. Oh, I'll dance for like 6 songs,
Dan-
and then I'm like, all right, let me get
3
let me roll
songs
this out a
on,
little bit.
1 song foam roll, 3 songs on again.
Yeah.
But have you ever? It's the long one too. She'll make me like lie down on it.
Oh yeah, like
lengthwise.
long way? Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Because your body like rests on it in a way where your spine just decompresses differently when you
Yeah.
do
Wait,
it long
so
ways. Yeah.
when you do it long ways, are you holding still or are you rolling from side to side?
You're supposed to like
a little
Is that a
both.
weird
balance on
question?
it.
No. Because sometimes you're trying to like, oh, I feel something there. I feel
You're
something
not
there,
rolling
whatever.
like
You roll
wouldn't
side
really
to
like
side,
roll.
you'll
You're kind
roll
of
off.
like not rolling, but you're like teetering a little bit to like kind of work it in, I guess.
You're trying to
least
I'm-
balance
yeah.
on there.
I don't really get anything out of foam rolling, so that's why I'm asking.
Well, it's because
I
your
think
spine is about 3 inches long.
So yeah.
Maze spine is the length of a football field. Like it needs a lot of maintenance.
Mine contracts and expands about as much as yours is. So it's a little different.
When I'm
Long body.
when I'm on the inversion table, there is you can feel your spine decompressing, right? You can feel it kind of like pulling apart a little bit. But there's always a point where your tailbone, like that's where most people like crack their back, is at the tailbone, you know? When it finally separates and it like really decompresses,
Mhm.
the pop that happens, like the crack that happens, like it is like it's almost alarming, and then you're like, okay, I think I'm good. But it's not like cracking your back where like you can kind of control where that point of
Wait. So
of
you
cracking
have
happens.
you have like a second of did I accidentally almost detach my body from my body moment, and then you're like, oh no,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
still,
like
I'm still
it's like
connected.
yeah, it's like okay,
Hypothesis.
like do I need to call the hospital? Do I need to? Yeah.
Going back to the old thing or whatever, I sneezed really hard the other day and cracked
Oh,
my
boy.
back at the same time.
Oh,
Oh, I thought
boy.
you
That'll
were gonna
happen.
say you farted.
And then
Oh, that'll
Jamie-
also happen.
That happens fine. But Jamie looked at me and went, "What?" I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I
Also,
think
anytime I get on the inversion table, the second I snap the ankle holders into place, like because it's got like the knobs, like the
Mhm.
adjustable.
Mhm.
Once that sound happens, Boogie rushes over, and now he rushes over because it freaks him out for some reason. But he'll rush over to now where I'm gonna be once I get inverted. Like he doesn't go to the side where I am.
Yeah.
Like tip over, and he
He
just
learned.
runs and he just sits right there and waits. Like as soon as
Just
as he
like,
hears
you-
the snap,
So
Pavlovian
you're upside down and he's just
inversion
staring at your
response.
face.
his face is like just right here, but he won't look. He's not looking at me. He's almost like guarding me of like,
or
no one
he's
come over
like,
here.
I finally have the upper hand here.
Yeah, I get like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Yeah,
I'm gonna let him know that I am in charge right now.
Just the slow stare.
Yeah, but it's every time. I'm gonna actually set up like my phone to record it next time. But it's like, like he just runs right over.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's weird.
This conversation about foam rollers that went on for about 10 minutes is officially the thing that I did that made me feel the oldest. Yeah. All of us together talking about it.
Most of my feed is just, oh, your back's probably still fucked up. This might help. Like, that's really just what it is now.
Have you fixed it yet? Did you figure it out?
Did you get it? No? Try this.
No? Paul, any final thoughts before we jump out of here, since you were so gracious to wake up at the ass crack of Australian
What's
dawn?
the rest of the day?
Yeah. Well, the problem with getting up this early is like I had breakfast and it's like it gets like 9:30, 10 o'clock and I'm hungry again. Yeah. So, you know, like I got a lot to do. So, well, my daughter has 2 more basketball games today. I've got Christmas shopping to do.
Those are probably 12 hours from now, right? Those are just
tonight. Christmas shopping, basketball games.
Yeah. Talking about the stalking people for parking spots thing earlier. Like the shopping centers here, I mean, they're bad enough regularly. You go this time of year and you can be driving around for like 45 minutes trying to find a spot. They just nowhere near enough spots. So I hate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember a lot from there, but I remember every time my sister and I would go somewhere there, whether it was Sydney or in Melbourne, like it does feel like there is a lack of parking spaces. Like they just didn't. They never anticipated more than like 9 people showing up to a store before.
Right. Like what?
Including the workers. Yeah. And they expand the shopping centers and they expand it where there was car parking.
Right.
So less car parking.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you to Paul Boehl. Thank you to Eden, Emily, Zach, and Mo.
B5FO Go get a coffee.
Katie
Del Taco time.
Showed up, got mad that it didn't matter, and then left, and then never came back. So,
Howard.
Hi, Katie. We miss you. I'm Maze. Catch you next time on the Mailbag.
Bye.